Now, 2025 was a bookmark year in Minecraft history. It was the first full year of drops instead of major big updates. So I wanted to take a look back at all the major updates of Minecraft and I did a little bit of research, and I found what I think is the community's consensus ranking each update according to how well it was received and sort of its ongoing legacy, how people still feel about it. So I will have to note, this is not my personal ranking of the updates for Minecraft, but this is what I kind of sussed out as the general overall feeling of the Minecraft community, at least as they are on the internet. So take it with a grain of salt and don't come at me if you disagree with it. So let's get started here with some of the more beloved updates. These are the ones that were very well received and have continued to be regarded as really good updates by the Minecraft community. So let's start with Minecraft 1.0. Minecraft 1.0 was the official release of Minecraft, and it brought Minecraft. It brought the End Dimension, it brought the Ender Dragon, it brought the actual game loop of Minecraft that we know and love, and everyone, of course, agrees pretty much that these are good things, and it was a good update. Without Minecraft 1.0, we wouldn't have Minecraft, and it certainly wouldn't be the Minecraft that we know and love today. Now, another beloved update is the Nether Update 1.16, probably my personal second favorite update. It added so much to the game, not necessarily core features that you have to have in order to go defeat the Ender Dragon, but it upgraded a whole dimension of the game. It took the Nether from being this bland and boring and deadly, but just empty wasteland, into being a place that you would actually want to go, with a variety of different biomes and mobs and materials that you want, the least of which is certainly not netherite. It added a whole new tier of material that you could build, that you could craft armor and weapons and tools with. The Nether update is definitely one of the absolute favorites of the Minecraft community so far, even if the Nether itself isn't a very popular place to go play. Now, probably my personal favorite, number one, is 1.13, the Update Aquatic. The Update Aquatic, before it came out, you might hear tales of the oceans of Minecraft being just huge puddles of water with gravel on the bottom, and occasionally an ocean monument. They were the most boring things in the game, and beyond just being boring, if you wanted to cross an ocean, because the boats were pretty bad too, it was terrible. It was just something that you did not want to engage with in the game. It went from being that to a destination. It is something you want to engage with. There's so much now in the oceans. There's ocean biomes, there's new ocean creatures, there are buried treasures, there's sunken ships. So many things in the oceans now that pretty much improved the game 100% for me personally. It really brought a new breath of life to the game, and it was an update done very, very well. Now, this next one comes with a bit of a caveat. One other update that is, I would say, beloved, it seems to be beloved by the community in general, is Caves and Cliffs Part 2, 1.18. Very important distinction, not 1.17, not Part 1, Part 2. When Caves and Cliffs Part 2 came out, specifically Part 2, it was very well received. People really, really enjoyed the changes to the world of Minecraft, the increased build limit, the increased depth of the world, the caves, the biomes of the caves, the new creatures that came out, the new mountains, the new terrain generation. It was a complete world update. It was not focused on a little portion of the world. It was, everything was updated in Caves and Cliffs Part 2. And I do think it won back a lot of favor with some of the players who were kind of burned and disappointed by 1.17 underperforming, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. I do think that 1.18 is a beloved update, and if you disagree with me, you can sound off in the comments on this episode. Also a beloved update. The update that changed the world is also a beloved update. Players that remember this update coming out will talk about how the terrain, again, a terrain generation update, but beyond just being a terrain generation update, it added very iconic biomes to the game. It added the savanna, among others, and it was just a really good update for people who liked to explore the world of Minecraft. So 1.7 was maybe not on the same scale as Caves and Cliffs Part 2, but 1.7, the update that changed the world, really did change the world and changed it for the better in Minecraft. Next up, we have Village and Pillage 1.14. Kind of close to my heart as well, because I just liked the lore expansion for villagers. It was a complete overhaul to villages and villagers and trading. It made the villages look like places that you would actually want to go and spend time in. The trading was improved. The ability to sort of manipulate the behavior of the villagers, I think, was kind of improved. And then you also had the pillagers that were added. Essentially a whole new boss battle was added to Minecraft with the pillager raids. So very interesting. I would say it changed a lot of the core progression of the game for a lot of people, because now you could get armor really easily from villagers. But it also added a lot of adventure, I think, to the game as well for people who like to just go and swing a sword at something. There was pillagers now. You had a enemy to go fight. So it was pretty cool. I like it a lot, and I think a lot of other people did as well. Now, leaving behind the beloved updates, we're going to go into some updates that were not necessarily beloved, but are considered to be pretty good updates. Not something earth-shattering or anything, but, decent updates that we appreciate as a community. First up, we have 1.8, which was called the Bountiful Update. Two things that it added the slimes, slime blocks, and it added the ocean monuments, which is, I consider, to be the best structure in the game. Slime blocks revolutionized redstone for a lot of people. It made flying machines possible. Very, very cool addition to the game. And then, of course, ocean monuments was something in the ocean before the update Aquatic. So huge props to this update, to doing something for the oceans. And then there is 1.4, the pretty scary update, and it was pretty scary because it added the wither skeleton and it added beacons. So a kind of side quest, not core progression. You don't have to fight the wither to go to the end, but it was a side quest. It added that new boss, and it gave you a pretty good reward for fighting the wither. One of the most iconic things in Minecraft, the beacon. So pretty scary update, but pretty good update as well. We can't forget the exploration update 1.11 for adding shulker boxes. I think that is something a lot of players could not play Minecraft without. We also have World of Color 1.12 for the builders, adding tons of new blocks of different colors and different textures. Really, really great for building. Trails and Tales has a lot of mixed opinions because of the archaeology system not being necessarily a fan favorite, but it was a pretty cool update, adding armor trims and the Cherry Grove biome, which is probably one of the more beloved updates visually to biomes that has happened recently. Tricky Trials 1.21 was also had some mixed reviews, but things like the mace item and the breeze mob being added to Minecraft through this update, I think won a lot of people over. There's also the Copper Age update, which is actually a game drop. It adds so much more life to copper as an item and makes it so much more useful, also giving us, of course, the copper golem, which I think a lot of people like, at least conceptually, even if they aren't using it for their everyday Minecraft life. There's the Redstone Update 1.5, which didn't make it quite into the beloved segment, simply because it's limited to Redstone people as the fan base for it. But hugely important update. The Minecraft community would not be what it is today without this update. just in its appeal as an update, appealed to a very select portion of the player base. And then we have the horse update 1.6, was hugely beloved at the time, but because of the elytra, has been left behind in the dust, unfortunately. Still a pretty good update because horses are pretty good. Next, let's talk about some of the more mid updates. These are updates that are considered not to be necessarily terrible, but maybe a little disappointing. Spring to Life comes to mind. It's a game drop. It added some variations and variants to some of the barnyard animals, but that was pretty much it. It was kind of underwhelming for a lot of people. Mounts of Mayhem, the most recent game drop, was also came out to some mixed reviews as well. I think a lot of people wanted it to be more of a combat update than it was. It added some interesting things for the mounts, of course, but didn't really change them too drastically, except for the ability to swim, which gives it a lot of points in my book. But still, as far as it had kind of a very specific scope and didn't go very deeply with it. So it could have been a whole lot more and would not have been much bigger, but it could have had a bigger impact in my opinion. Busy Bees update 1.15 was really cool. A lot of people liked the bees, but it was quite a minor update, didn't have a very huge impact on the game. And then probably one of the more forgettable updates to the game, the Frostburn update. Polar bears were added, and that was pretty much it. I mean, not completely yet, but that was one of the main things. And so, yeah, pretty forgettable. And then there were a share of controversial updates that are still being debated and argued about today. 1.9, the combat update. This one is probably the least beloved update for a lot of people because it changed combat pretty drastically. I know a lot of people like the combat update, what it brought to combat, and a lot of people really hate it. I myself don't really care either way. I'm not a combat person in Minecraft, but a lot of strong opinions fly around from both sides of this argument. It is definitely controversial, definitely not beloved, and yeah, I think Minecraft still, it's just one of those things that people still argue about today, and it's been a long time since this update has come out. 1.19, the Wild update. Does anybody remember those screenshots of the birch forest with the shelf fungus on it and things like that? Well, we thought we were getting that in the Wild update. Turned out we were not. Now, we did get some pretty cool things in the Wild update, but it was controversial because it felt like it overpromised and underdelivered, and I would tend to agree with that sentiment. It was one of those times where Mojang, I think, learned a lesson in marketing, and hopefully will continue to improve that, the communication around updates and things like that. But that was definitely example number one when it comes to how not to market an update. And this one is also controversial. Chase the Skies was a one of the more recent game drops as well. Introduced the Happy Ghast, which I personally find really cool, but a good share of the Minecraft community kind of finds not very cool at all. And the main gripe is that it doesn't go fast enough. And I get that, I see that, but I still think it's pretty cool. But it is controversial. It is not something that I think was very earth-shattering to the community at all, and will probably be one of those, we'll have to wait and see the lasting effect. But as it stands right now, it's pretty divisive the way people think about this particular game drop. And probably the most disappointing update of all time, Caves and Cliffs Part 1, 1.17. Disappointed very many people, pretty much because the update was split in two, and there was a lot of reasons for that happening. But once you promise something to millions of people who love a video game and raise their expectations very high with a lot of new really cool features that they want really quickly, and then you say, well, it's going to be a very long time before you get it, and when we said it was going to come out, it's actually not going to come out, but here's a few features to tide you over, and they're not really finished and they're not really good at this point. It disappointed a lot of people, and so I think people still have a bad taste in their mouth when they remember 1.17 Caves and Cliffs Part 1 specifically. But I want to hear your guys' opinion. Please let me know in a comment, what is your personal ranking of all the Minecraft updates, or maybe even the ones that you just remember, and let me know, where did the people go wrong? What opinion that has been expressed in this episode that is not my own, which one is wrong? What update should be beloved that maybe isn't? And what update is underrated in your opinion, or maybe overrated in your opinion? Let me know, sound off in the comments. I cannot wait to hear your guys' opinion.